Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Starcraft 2 cast. We're going to be looking at a Zerg vs Zerg from the Home Story Cup 19 today, with Liquid's TLO taking on Souleer. Souleer in the bottom left, in the purple trunks, and TLO occupying the top right in red. I don't know a huge amount about Souleer as a player. He's somewhat of an unknown, but I am very much interested in watching TLO play. He has a history of being a very exciting player to watch, a very enjoyable player to watch, and I'm hoping that he can bring some more of that here. TLO is going for the early hatchery, whereas on the other side of the map we see something a little bit more aggressive coming out of Souleer. He's building a spawning pool and an extractor at the same time, which likely means that we are going to see an early metabolic boost upgrade to give his Zerglings the edge in any early combat. It shouldn't be fatal, immediately anyway, for TLO, if he does send, Souleer does send a large number of lings across the map, because he has got his own pool in a reasonable time and is throwing down a gas, likely for his own Zergling speed, or perhaps lair tech and roaches. Either way, it's not going to be super late, so by the time these first 6 lings come out for Souleer, TLO should, by the time they cross the map, have some of his own to defend this with. And there those lings are, they're about to make their way across the map. Souleer is throwing up an expansion here, so it doesn't look like he's planning on going hugely all in with this. If he was, I wouldn't have expected him to throw down the second expansion, maybe a Baneling nest or something to help him bust the front, or indeed just more production. However, given the limited amount of lava one hatchery does produce, this could equally just be used for more lava for aggression, should Souleer wants to use it that way. These lings have narrowly escaped being caught out there, just about dodged the bad rally from TLO that would have led them to their doom. But the Zerglings are now out for TLO, so we're going to see a little bit of a ling skirmish here. Both players taking somewhat equal trades. It does look like TLO came out slightly worse in that ling trade, however, but with the queens out now, this should be pushed back for Souleer. We see TLO has got his own metabolic boost underway, and TLO is obviously reading that there is going to be some kind of aggression coming out here, because there are some banelings on the horizon. We saw an overlord go down there for Souleer, which is supply capped him momentarily, which is not what you want when you are flooding lings across the map. He's sending a good number now, and there won't be banelings on time for this, but as you can see, TLO with his overlords has already spotted this, and has his queens on the ramp in good position to defend. With the queens on the ramp, it doesn't look like the Zerglings are going to be able to make their way up, but they could focus down the hatchery here, and indeed there's a good surround from the lings there, but they give up on it rather quickly, choosing instead to focus on trying to kill the queens, who don't currently have, well, only just have transfuse energy and now don't have any more, but the hatchery has survived, and that dealt really no damage. It was a trade out of some lings and queen energy for a lot more lings and some damage on the hatchery. With these banelings spawning here, this fight could go pretty badly for Souleer if he's not careful, so we're going to have to see some good micro out of the purple Zerg. And it looks like TLO is about to attempt to counterattack with these lings. He's sending them across the map, relying on his greater numbers of queens and banelings to defend against any ling swells that are sent his way by Souleer. This has been scouted by this overlord, however, so whether or not it will be effective with the large number of lings parked at the bottom of Souleer's ramp, it remains to be seen, but it looks like they are just going to get chased away. They are going to pick off a queen here, which is nice. Less injects means less Zerglings, and that could be quite important because Souleer hasn't saturated his natural base here at all. He is committed to using it just as a production facility to rally more lings across the map. This is really nice from TLO, reading that his opponent is just going for more lings. He's thrown up 2 Evo chambers next to the Baneling nest, And that's a very strong wall. The Zerglings can eventually break this, particularly given the low DPS of so many queens versus such a large number of Zerglings, but there are Banelings here, and they are more than capable, if they get good explosions, of mopping this up for TLO. The 4 queens don't have energy for transfuse right now, or have only just used it, and yeah, this is being driven back from Souleer, who, as we can see, is struggling right now. He's down in supply to TLO. He's got less workers by 10, and although he has more lings, the banelings and the queens more than make up for that, and so he taps out. GG to TLO in this first game of the series, and I look forward to seeing what happens in the second one.